Today's video, we work on a snowblower. Hello and welcome to ET Garage. I'm Eugene Tordo. Today's video is, like I said, going to be about working on my snowblower. I'm having problems with the carburetor. I already have it off, and I ran into some problems, but I got lucky, sorta, kinda. Basically, when I blew this out, I blew this little seat, I don't know if you can see that, little seat there, out. But I was lucky, one of the local not Tractor Supply, but one of the local farm tractors, they sell, lawnmowers, chainsaws and all that, one of those local supply places. They had the Cumish Power original service part. They had the rebuild kit for it, which is basically a couple of new gaskets, a new seat, and a new float needle. So that worked out good. I got, even though this looks kind of crummy, I actually got it all cleaned and blown out and ready to go. All the seats are clean. I just got to get the new needle and seat in there and put together and put it on the put it back on the snowblower and get this thing running, because tomorrow we're getting hit with a big snowstorm. I also picked up some new fuel line, because that fuel line there is kind of breaking apart. That motor, I think that's a replacement motor I bought for this old snowblower. This is an old Sears snowblower from like the 1970s. And I think it was like the late 80s, maybe the early 90s. I had to order a new motor for it. I got a new snowblower motor, the Cumish. And so that's how old that is. So that's pretty damn old. That's got to be 35 years old at least. Maybe more. But get this all back together and get it on there, see if it runs, and we'll be set. Okay, here I am finishing putting the carburetor in, the new seats in, the new valve, the float bowl, get everything bolted together. And once that was all bolted together, go ahead and get the old fuel line out. I ended up having to tear apart the old fuel line clamp and put a new clamp on. Getting the new fuel line snaked through was a little bit of a challenge, but once that was on, and it was ready to go. Okay, it's on, and I'm glad I popped for new fuel line, because you can see this one here when I got it out, where I'm vibrating, was getting ready to cut through, and it's really hard and brittle on the ends. As far as I know, this is the original fuel line to this motor, which means it's over 35 years old. So see, turn the valve on, and hopefully no fuel pullers out all over the place. Yep, looks good. I guess we'll start it up and make some fine tuning adjustments and all that stuff. Get this baby running. Alright, here it is. I got it all running, and I had to do some adjustments and play around with like the idle, and play around with the low speed mixture, and then get to play around with the high speed mixture. But once that was done, it was running really good, and making all its normal rattling noises and stuff like that, and she was ready to go. Alright, that's actually running pretty good, even though it sounds like hell. The reason it sounds like hell is because all these spinning parts moving around and that, and they're pretty beat up. It's old chain driven and pretty damn old. But yeah, it's not leaking fuel. It's running good. Before, this wouldn't run. I couldn't open the choke all the way. If I'd open the choke, it would die. I had to run it partial choke, which isn't good. So basically, I just need to get this cover back on. And when I put that on, I got to use Loctite on the screws. Otherwise, they just vibrate out. Oh, I see a little drop of gas there, so maybe I better take a look at that. That might be just a bleeder valve. It has a bleeder on the bottom of the float to let fuel out between runs, so you don't have fuel sitting there gumming up everything when it's sitting a long time. So I only seen that one drop, so I don't know. Take a closer look at it, get this back together, and we'll be ready for the snowstorm tomorrow. All right, the old clunkety snowblower is back together and running and ready to go. I'm glad I spent the extra money for the fuel line. I always buy twice as much as what I need because you never know. And this one here is about ready to fall apart. Glad I took that carb off, cleaned it, and got the rebuild kit. Because the rubber part gasket, like this rubber gasket here, is literally falling apart. And then I of course lost the seat for the float needle. That's on me. It's a good thing they had those parts. But yeah, I got the pellet stove blazing like hell. It's like, I think it was like 3 degrees Fahrenheit outside this morning. I can probably turn this down now. I have to suck it down here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll cool down a little in here. Yeah, it was like 3 degrees this morning when I came out here. Not in the garage, because I had that on low all night. But it's close to 68, 70 in here now. That thing blasting. Yeah, that's about it for this video. Just get the snowblower going for tomorrow's snowstorm. Hopefully I'll be taking some road trips in a couple of weeks in the vet. But yeah, I guess that's it. I'll end the video here, and that's about all I got going on right now. Like I said, the vet is... You haven't been up to date on the vet. I think one of my last videos, I had the differential out and replaced the spider gears and the clutches, and that's all back together. I took it for a test ride. It seems good. Car's dirty as hell. I ain't worried about that. Anyway, hopefully I'll have some new projects on that and some other projects, but that's it for now. Everybody have a great day, and God bless.